Hey Harmonizers, it's time for the freestyle finale at the Florida Thoroughbred Transformation Expo. I'm going to show you guys some pretty cool highlights, including this cart driving, holding a eagle, which is pretty neat, and targeting on some pretty small objects like this really small star, really just showing some great trainability. One of the neat things about the Florida Transformation Thoroughbred Expo is that it could be horses that are in the restricted division, meaning that they retired from racing in the previous 2 years, or they could be in the open division, which means that they are actually retired from racing a lot longer ago. So it means that you've got some thoroughbreds that have been in retraining for quite a while, which means you get to see a lot of how amazing they're doing. So switching gears now to a bridleless horse. In the preliminary round, this horse was doing a tribute to people that overdose from drugs because this rider had lost family members from that. And then they switched to a different type of finale freestyle, showing some pretty neat things, going around doing cantering bridleless, doing some weaving, all sorts of activities that they were showing off, which is really great to see how relaxed the horse and how calm they are. And I told you guys this horse in the preliminary round is still riding at the racetrack. Not as a racehorse, though. He does some pony work and helping the other horses learn how to race. So that's pretty awesome that he still goes galloping at the track and is this calm. Check this out. She actually untacked as part of her finale, got on bareback and bridleless, and even goes ahead and does a bit of a weave. So lots of trainability here, lots of versatility, seeing what the horse is capable of. It is so hard to judge a freestyle competition because you see such a variety of skills that are completely different levels. And what a fantastic job she did with her bridleless riding and just showing how calm and how great the relationship is with her horse as well. And showing off here, her horse able to stand still. Such a great job. And a lot of the routines had different themes to them. So this one is the jumping routine that had a fair bit of jumping in it, but also played around with doing a little bit of bridleless while keeping the reins on just in case. And then did some liberty, which was fun to see them do liberty both at walk, at trot, and show off a whole bunch of different tricks and movements. So they had trained their horse to do a lot of different things, which was nice to see a real difference in variety of skills. And then they also had shown a bunch of the riding skills too, including some pretty fast to slow changes with fast canter, slow canter, a whole bunch of different pieces. Here you can see showing off a little bit of that sideways motion. It's really great to show those lateral movements, a little bit of sideways, just to show that it's not just about go fast, go slow, and turn, but that you can actually move your horse's different body parts and communicate to that different level. And this was pretty cute that they all bowed as a little team at the end. I thought that was pretty sweet. This routine is probably one of the best that I've ever seen for how well organized and the amazing props that they have. You guys are not going to believe all of the crazy things that they do in this routine. Starts off by dragging this super loud siren going cart. There's smoke going on. They're basically doing a demo to show that there's a fire and they're going to help put it out. They go up onto this pedestal. There's a lot that's happening in this routine that shows off a lot of skills. And it's pretty fun to see all of the realistic things that they put together and tried to make it like a real fire happening in an arena that their horse is helping with. And here's some difficulty points because they're going up onto the pedestal with all four hooves. Very well done. And some of the themes are kind of it's kind of like repeat props because they dragged in the siren cart at the beginning, and then you're going to see them do some more similar type things. However, super fun because of the effort that was put into the routine and the props. Thought it was pretty neat here that they rescue their dog and carry it over to the truck there. So they're promoting safety and having your horse be your equine partner, which is pretty much a great thing to show off and to do. Here they show off the flapping tarp, that their horse has been really well trained and desensitized to things like that. Coming through the curtain, which is getting out of the fire and coming around again. This time they drag out a person from the building, which is pretty neat. So they're showing a drag difficulty point as well. And this is one of the things that makes judging a freestyle really challenging, because they're doing amazing things and they've organized it well, and the difficulty level is hard. And then some of these tasks are repeating the same type of behavior for the same type of skill. So that's the second drag. But then they do mouth to mouth. Can you believe that she taught her horse to do mouth to mouth as a really neat visual of something that the horse is doing? That's super cute. Then they go into this little bit of lateral work here, showing off the sideways. So it's great to show a little bit of that movement and get to see that the horse is trained to do a variety of different skills. And they really come together having a lot of these skills that make sense and very great teamwork, coming up onto this pedestal here, which is so full of smoke. And then they add in a little blower at the same time. So the horse has been trained so well to be calm around other things. Super fantastic job with doing that. And the horse seems totally at ease, like, yep, I do this, this is my routine, and I'm totally okay with all of it. You don't really see any stress from the horse at all. Doesn't seem to like his little hat as he's going around, but really well done with the routine and being confident. Even jumping through the house is pretty fun. And then they come into this ending here with the flag and then dismounting so they can do a cute little bow. So this routine I thought was definitely one of my favorites in terms of the visuals, the organization of the theme, the props, and it just kind of making sense exactly what they're doing. You don't have to guess, it makes sense. And then this horse here ends up being the winner of the freestyle, and the combination is both their freestyle finale as well as the freestyle first round, which determined who got to come to the finale, because it's the top 6 that make it to the finale, and their scores are put together to make the finale round. Now what this person does, I want you guys to take note at the variety of speeds that they show. So they show very distinct 3 different trots: a forward extended trot, then they go into a slower, more working trot, and then as they come around, you're going to see they take it significantly slower, which is super impressive. Of course, changing speeds to come over a teeter-totter while driving a cart, which is super creative and challenging as well, because you have to get your horse really set up to steer onto that narrow target. And then your horse is still showing that confidence piece of being able to go over a teeter-totter, which is pretty impressive. And then here they show off a really collected trot. Like, look how slow that trot is. So they're showing a lot of variation in terms of that speed control, which is a really important part for a difficulty skill. And then there's lots of other pieces that they include into this routine. So here you can see them stretch into that more extended trot, so showing off more of that speed control. And they did this at trot and at canter. I'm just showing you a couple little highlight pieces of the routine coming together. And they combined a fair bit of obstacles in with doing a lot of these other pieces. So after just doing a fast trot, now slowing down into the walk and getting themselves lined up to do another really neat rolling type bridge. And they're really showcasing how this horse can handle different types of bridges, different types of movements. So steering over that narrow target and it being a sliding bridge is pretty neat and a difficulty skill. And then they also do a fair bit of some really tight turns, different styles of turns. This is one where the cart is actually pivoting, which is kind of a neat different thing to do. And then they also show off a pirouette style turn and threw in some flying changes as well. So they did some canter work and did lead changes. Here's a little look at one of those lead changes, very smooth and flowing, and the horses carrying themselves really nicely as they're doing this work as well. Here's a little look at a little walking pirouette turn to finish it off at the ending of the routine. So let me know what you guys thought and what was your favorite part of these freestyles. Thanks for watching.
Remember to subscribe and check out harmonyhorsemanship.com for even more learning.